So, so what do you mean by anything? Like, elaborate. So what do you mean by like what things? Are you talking about the Disney character? The Disney character. Okay. Yeah, what about her? Yeah, yeah. Oh, oh, okay. Okay, what? Well, no, that doesn't. Not. Yeah, I was crying. That doesn't make up for anything. Okay. Hey, okay. How do you know Mulan? How do you know she wasn't raised? It's 100% correct. Doesn't make any sense at all. Many men who are in the war, who go to war, didn't grow up to fight in the war. That doesn't make sense at all. That's not a good point. Like, because and yeah, it is inspired by the woman because she did good things. That's why it's inspired. I don't have a highlighter. Okay. Okay. That's what. Who says that? Yes, you're making a point, but your whole point doesn't go based off the actual of what happened, and you can look at it. Yes, yes, yeah, I have, yeah, I have. But yes, she did fight in a war, and yes, she did win it. But that doesn't in any way show that she did. That's what I just said. But not in any way does that show that she wasn't raised to fight, or she was. You have no proof of that, do you? You can't just say that because you believe that. What are you on about? What are you on about? How can a Chinese person can have blue eyes? What are we on about? So your points aren't making sense here. Okay, but still, this doesn't make any sense in how women do it better than men or how men do it better than women. No, it doesn't, because it's one single thing. Yes, calm down. Holy. We need to calm down. Yes, that's a British accent, by the way. I'm not saying women can't do it better. What? Okay, but you're still going off the base of that, so go on to your argument instead of bringing up a true story that happened years ago. Hold on. You're talking about Mulan, but she isn't even a proven person, by the way. Yeah, she isn't proven, by the way. She isn't proven to be real. She's not a proven historical person. You can look at it. Well, but Jesus, he doesn't have as an. What are we on about? This isn't about Jesus. This is about women or men can do it better. No, no, it's not. No, this isn't the same thing. One is based off of something that has slight proof. The other has more proof than most things in the world, and shows like that, and true stories. This has nothing to do with religion. I believe women can do it better, yes, but not at every single thing. And you said anything. Okay, so I believe that women are able to do it better, yes, but not at every single thing that men can do. Many things, many things, many things. They can do anything. They can do anything better. Any job, construction, teaching, construct. Listen, 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 listen. Yes, because that's like saying a man can do a better job than a woman and a woman's job and do it better. Yes, there's going to be some men that can do that. No, what I mean. It's not what I mean. It's not what I mean. Like a woman-dominated job, a job that is the majority of them are women. Okay, okay, okay. I will, I will, I will. That's my point. That's my point. Okay, I'm listening. Okay, construction, teaching, nursing, caring. Let's see what else. Any job in the world a woman is able to do better, but not in every case they're going to do better than an average man. Because not in every case, that's not what I mean. I mean, not every single job in the world, they're obviously going to do better than the average man in that job. But they're still going to be able to do better. Because what? The average man in a job, okay, so say we say the average man in a job that he's been in for years. A woman, right? A woman maybe can do it better than him, but not every single time. But you were saying women can do it better. You also didn't spell woman right. So now you're just saying a specific group. So you believe that a woman who has no limbs can't work or can't do anything. You're speaking from a okay, yeah, yeah, lads, yeah, okay, most. Well, 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 your points aren't making sense here. Oh, it's not that I don't like Mulan. It's just a non-proven character. And then you also bring up Jesus. Well, Jesus is a proven historical character, and it was proven that he was here and he was real. Yes. That's like saying, why can't we find every single dinosaur part? That's like me. We have some. We have some. The same for Jesus. We have some. We have some. We have some. We have some. If you go to, if you go to a Christian, there is a Christian museum, not a Christian museum. There's a museum that holds many of Jesus' possessions, and it's proven that Jesus was a historical character that lived and moved around the world. What? And then also, if you're to say that, Milan was not proven, is not a proven historical character that we have proof of. Well, Jesus is. Yes, we do. Jesus is a historical character. Person, sorry, not character. Yes, yes, it is a, you can look at it. Well, no, that's not how it works. Santa Claus hasn't been proven in any way. Santa, everyone knows Santa Claus isn't real. Well, Jesus is a lot harder. Well, yes, children, children. There's no religion that believe. There's no religion that believes. No, there isn't. What religion is that? Sorry, what? Santavistan? Lad. Me. Well, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. Because your points aren't making sense. You brought up a non-proven character that is a fictional character. It could be a fictional character, or it could be a real person. Yes, so then therefore your point doesn't make sense. You're picking up a fictional character over a movie. Well, you did. That's the only example you have made. Well, they do. No. Yes, that is the same with every other movie. Yes, that's because Frozen has a girl that has. That's because Frozen has a girl that can turn stuff into ice, and she does random stuff. Frozen is about a girl who has ice hands that when she touches stuff, the queen. The queen is dead. Okay. First of all, your points aren't making sense. Well, Milan isn't a bad movie. It's decent, but it's also very corny at the same time, and it just doesn't make sense. You said she's a proven real character, right? Yes, you did. At the very start, you said she's a real character that fought in a war and won the war, except from the dragons. Yes, you did. Well, no, because I do my research and I don't just say Milan is real. Sorry, what? What does this have to do with Milan in the first place? Women doing it better does not mean that we're talking about a fictional character. I have physical evidence. Okay. If you look at Northern Wei Dynasty, it shows it. It's not a who, it's a site that also proves many things that Milan was not real and just a legendary fictional character. Yes, I am jealous of someone that fought in AD and fought with a dragon. Yes, I would love to have a dragon that could bite my head off. I never said she fought a dragon. I said with a dragon. Well, yes, that's a belief. It's not proven that dragons are real. Well, yes, it is. He is a historical figure. Well, no, the whole of America isn't Christian. Doesn't make sense at all. What's my name? What's my name? That has nothing to do with this. My name is Michael. There you go. Call me Michael. Yeah, 33. There we go. Yeah, Michael. 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 Yeah. I agree to you what? Yeah. Yes, but then you went against that and you said, what jobs? You went against it multiple times. And then also you came up and you making it like you didn't agree with me. You said, "Well, what jobs? What jobs? What jobs?" Obviously, I know what I'm talking about. That's like saying a man can't do better than a woman, or a wait. So then that doesn't make sense at all because by society they can. Sorry, what? I wasn't sorry to you. Well, no. Well, no. Yeah, some things society says is wrong. Well, no, that's not how it works. So do you believe race is better than one another? Do you believe race is better than one another? Answer the question. Wait, so you believe women can do it better because they believe they can do it better, so therefore women are better because they can do stuff better, but then white people have done the stuff better than BLK people. So therefore you believe that white people are superior. Yes, that's what you believe. Whoa, 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 whoa. I don't agree. Well, actually, yeah, I do agree, but I don't believe that in every. I don't believe in every single situation they're going to be better. And also, it's not a girl; it's a woman. I don't know why you're playing in child. Well, one is a child. One is a child. One is a child. A girl is a child. No, it's not. A woman is a adult female, while a girl is someone younger. Ah. Well, yes, that's what many people would call it, but the definition of a girl is someone that's younger. No. What are we on about? Okay, you know what? I just want to know. I haven't disrespected you once. I've been very nice, but you're the one that's brought Milan into this, right? No, she isn't. You said that she is a real story. She has a real story and a true story, and yes, but still, there's no evidence that Mulan was a real person who just came to life and fought. It's a fictional character. Well, considering I'm speaking to you right now, right? I'm in your game. Well, no, it's not how this works, okay? But if you are hallucinating, I think you are if you believe that Mulan is a real, true story. Okay. So how do you know? Okay, so okay, do you believe that Frozen is real? Okay. So so how? Can you answer my question then? Can you tell me how Frozen isn't real? Can you answer me how Frozen isn't real, but Mulan is? Okay, but in Mulan, it's a magical dragon. Yeah, there's a dragon in Mulan. Yes, I have. Well, yes, not every single person in Chinese is a part of the culture of a dragon. I'm not from Ireland. I'm not from Ireland. Also, in many Milan movies, there's many magical things that happen. Yeah, there's only two. What about the older ones? There is. They're not the movies. Okay, okay. So would you say that the animated and the movie are based off a true story? Okay, but in the movie, right, she has magical powers. Why do I say like magical powers? So in the movie, right, the live action, she has powers. Milan. Well, in the live action one, it shows that she has powers, like a kind of force kind of thing, you know. That kind of. But in the animated film, she doesn't. So I don't know how like you can change up a little story and give someone powers who was real, because well, Moana isn't real. Well, no. Well, no. Yes, I am jealous of a woman that lives in a beach years ago. She lives on a beach and can move water. Congratulations. Oh, and I want to go with a big, massive, muscular man on a boat to kill a big, massive mountain thing. He didn't really have any fat. He was very muscular. Yeah, I don't think I proved your point. I think I proved my own point. Yeah, I did. Oh,
Um, wait, I'm so sorry. Continuing up with the last conversation. Um, how do you know Moana was real? And if she was real, wouldn't the islands have moved a bit back in those days? I have, but yeah, no, I just based off those. So, so Moana was a real person who could move like actual water. That's not, yeah, but that's not really a debunk. That would be like saying because the argument you're presenting to me is that oh yeah, Moana like was real, and then you just proceed to tell me oh I can't prove that she wasn't real. So it's like that's not really a debunk. We can't. Yes, because there's no evidence to it. Like what? Like what? There's evidence of the stories, but I need evidence that Moana was a real person and the Heart of Dafiti was a real thing. So wait, so is your entire thing just like that? So wait, is it just that? Oh my days. Okay, I'm just saying it's not much, but I like I'm just okay. What do you mean men can? What do you mean women can do it? Sure, but what do you mean women can do it better? Okay, chill out. God. Yeah, sure, kinda. No. Why? But it doesn't. Hold on. What? Yeah, sure. Hold on. I'm just gonna do a little bit of a little bit of Google Maps research right quick. Just, just give me. Wait, you're talking about Iceland? Ice. Hold on. The I mean, okay. Well, I'm pretty sure the only reason that Iceland is safe as it is from now isn't because that it's just It's
I want to swim in
it's just
plastic
a
too.
relatively small island,
Ah!
and it's not really anything big or too major to handle. Because like with Russia and other places, they're really too big.
I
Yeah,
didn't ask
but,
you. It's not-
I mean, that's probably because it's a small island in another region, and they don't really have.
We're gonna
I mean,
start. Wait, hold on. Wait.
sure, but they usually use their power and polarity.
Okay, we're
With Iceland, they don't really have a defense or offense, so I think they much prefer to just be friends with everybody than it
gonna
is to just start fighting everybody. In my opinion.
hold on. We're gonna start over with this speech because you're going to like too really far into war. But I'm a
Yeah. So what? You admit that the entire point that Iceland is safe is because they have no army and they have no way to attack oppressors. Yes, you can, but Iceland doesn't have that necessary people or population to do that. That is the only reason. If I don't have an army, I'm not going into war. Iceland literally has. Wait, no, Iceland. Wait, Iceland is just a part of NATO. They don't have a national army. They don't have the finances. They don't have the conventional military. I mean, it's still a country. I'm not doubting that. It's still run by a woman. But we have to, but if your point that like, oh, a woman stopped all these wars. Okay, but hold on. Can you listen to me for 1 second? If your entire point is that a woman like stopped a war, stopped multiple wars in 40 years, that, okay, sure, whatever that is. But you still have to admit that this is mostly because they don't have the funding, they don't have the national army. But how do you know that?
But Iceland is not an army. That means there's no group of soldiers trained and ready for war like in most of the other countries, though. Instead,
Exactly.
on peace.
Yes, you can. There are constant. They don't just hand the average soldier like a rifle and tell them to go out. No, they train them for at least a week or a year. Okay, but you have to accept that under a woman's rule, it was she did. I'm not gonna say that she didn't cause any wars. I am saying that the only reason that there hasn't been a war in Iceland or in Denmark was because they don't have the resources or military to actually proceed with.
Oh, just put a
If it, yeah, but that's yeah, but that yes, so that yes, but that's why yeah, because they don't.
wait, host. I'm gonna give you a better explaining for him
Yeah,
because
thank you.
okay, because I think we should start over this speech. Honestly, talking about Iceland is not gonna help how women can do it better. So I think we should start over here. Okay, so
Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna say women have shaped the world in more ways than
Sure, yeah,
history.
well, yeah, men have too.
Credit for even when they were denied rights and opportunities, they still
Okay,
found ways to create, lead, and inspire
good job.
change. Like women has built families, strengthened communities, and we wouldn't be here if women wasn't made and pushed socially
Both are
into.
necessary. But hold on, wait. Don't interrupt her. Hold on. Don't forget that men and women are are both useful. We are both equal in terms of repopulation.
I mean, we're using Iceland like they have. I'm not done explaining. I'm not
Can
done.
you let her? Yeah, let her speak, bro.
If we're saying about Iceland, we have proof that Iceland does not have seven to people. So you're not gonna win with that debate. So you need to use a. But this is a debate.
I don't believe
Why are you
that. That wasn't a,
to me?
that wasn't a perfect example. The example you given was that this woman, the woman that the woman in question.
That,
Hello. You know, I have to say, I'm sorry for the like. I'm sorry for the way they. I'm sorry for the way they're treating you because honestly, it's like so weird that they said Mulan isn't real. Moana isn't real. Like, bro, they're literally real. They're real women, and you guys believing that Jesus is real, but not Mulan. That sounds like literally like that actually sounds insane. Like that sounds misogynistic. Actually, that's really misogynistic. Right, right. And but Mulan couldn't be a woman in fighting a war. Right. That's how it is. That's how it works. Yep. And this is what that just shows their mindset. They think men are better. Whatever men do, it's like it's real. It's real. Like they could do some weird like they could and then this guy in the chat is calling me stupid as if he wasn't spamming those corny stickers. Yeah, right. Like you're actually funky. Don't. And if you think Mulan isn't real, get out of here.
Hello. Um, what? Yup. Why?